Next up is Claire Ondrejko, who wrestled 120 pounds for the girls' team this year and is a sophomore. Right out of the bat, got to talk about that. Claire, as a sophomore, was selected by not only the coaches but her own peers to be captain of the girls' squad. That's a huge honor when you're that young to be recognized as a leader. And Claire definitely fits those shoes. And she kind of took to that, with heart and definitely, stepped up as a leader this year as a sophomore. On the mat, Claire saw a huge jump in her wrestling and her performance. Claire is in her third year of wrestling now. She started off in eighth grade. Had a lot of trouble, as most first year wrestlers do, and especially in eighth grade middle school. She was wrestling mostly against boys because there weren't many girls yet wrestling. So she had a lot of trouble, that first year, but she didn't quit. Came out her freshman year, actually picked up 20 wins, and that was a big jump for her to go from essentially she only had maybe 2 or 3 wins her eighth grade year to getting 20 wins as a freshman against girls. And then this year she jumped it up even more and picked up 35 wins, and became one of the leaders in the team and in the area in wins and other things. Um, Claire, found success almost every tournament she wrestled in. And, kind of mentioned this with Mia before, but like that first tournament, that Lady Arcs Brush tournament, when she went out there, definitely saw a different Claire than what we were used to. We see things in the room, but obviously the way, athletes wrestle in the practice room compared to on meets and in matches is always different. But then when we saw the way she was wrestling at that first tournament, that was kind of the signal that this is going to be a different Claire than what we've seen in the past. And she finished second at that tournament, including getting revenge on a girl that had beat her the day before. And that was one of the first many emotional moments for Claire coming off the mat, kind of with tears in her eyes of joy. Um, and then you just read off the list of how she's done at tournaments. She took third at Mapleton, third at the Lady Longhorn Holiday Tournament, fourth at the Lady Vikings Tournament, third at the Perry Girls Invitational, um, sixth at the Lady Raiders Invitational, and that could have been actually a lot higher, but unfortunately she had to forfeit her last 2 matches because of an injury. So she probably could have done a lot better there too. Second at the Brunswick Girls Tournament, fourth at the pre-regional tournament. So the list goes on and on. And I'll get to another one in a little bit, but I want to save that. Unfortunately, like I mentioned at the Lady Raiders, Claire suffered a injury. She suffered a concussion that left her on the shelf for a while, and unfortunately caused her to miss the state duels, which I know she was really upset about. She really wanted to take part of that. But like I told her, even though she couldn't wrestle, she was still there with her, big sunglasses and all, supporting the squad, being the leader that she was. And even though she couldn't get out there and wrestle, she was there helping the team in the regional finals and then at the state tournament as well. So, she may not have thought that she was helping as much as she would wish to, but she, you know, her presence there and her leadership made a huge difference in how those girls wrestled. On the year, like I said, Claire had 35 wins, which put her in the 30 win club. She had 34 pins, and this not only ties a school record for all of wrestling, boys and girls. She was the team leader, but it also tied the school record. And she was in a battle in Lorain County for the lead, but ultimately the girl that won it kind of pulled ahead. She had one decision, which she always says she hates to go decisions because she doesn't like to get close matches. She had 40 takedowns, which she was the team leader in again this year. 10 total near falls, 8 reversals, and 16 escapes. Probably Claire's biggest moment came at the regional tournament. She took fourth at the pre-regional, which, you know, she even said wasn't her best performance, but she got to the regionals. And from there, she went on a roll. And Claire just missed qualifying for the state tournament. She finished sixth overall at the regional tournament, which makes her all regional. A lot of people don't understand that when you place at the regional tournament, whether it's first through sixth, you're all region or all district, and that's a huge step up for somebody of her at her age and her experience level to earn that. Um, so that's a huge step for her because now every tournament she goes to next year, that's going to be part of her seeding criteria is that she was a regional placer. And she got into some really good matches down there that's going to help her move forward in the next couple of seasons. Uh, Claire also, of course, earned the captain award for being recognized as one of our captains. She was voted as a LCWCOA All Star. She was also selected by the Morning Journal as their All Star team, second on as part of their second team, as well as, and it's not mentioned on here, but she was also selected by the Chronicle Telegram as their second team All Star member as well. So again, a huge jump for a girl that, her first year in the sport struggled just to get a win. And now, she's picking up all these awards. She's dominating all these tournaments. She's really taken a huge step forward in this sport. On her career, Claire has 55 wins, so she's well on her way to another milestone, which would be 100 total wins. 48 of them by pin, two decisions, 57 takedowns, 15 total near falls, 16 reversals, and 28 escapes. She is a two-time captain now, a two-time regional qualifier, and a one-time regional placer. And Claire also earned her second year varsity letter in the sport. So I know, moving forward for Claire, she has some big goals, and obviously getting out of the state tournament is the biggest. She's been there twice now. She went down there as a freshman to watch, and she went down there this past year to help Kaylin and Justina, warm up. So she's seen what it's like, and she's seen the competition down there, and I know Claire is ready to step up to that challenge and take that next step that she needs to make it to the state tournament. And we have no doubt that she is going to go walk through that tunnel down in Columbus, and work her way to get on the podium in Earn All Ohio. So congratulations to Claire on an amazing season.